What's up? What's up? Let me fix my stuff. Never prepared. I apologize for the oversaturation of lighting. I'm by a big ass sliding door, so it's kind of like super bright or whatever. I tried to close the curtains, it just didn't work. Anyways, what is going on YouTube? What's up to everybody joining the stream? Opinionated brother, what's up? And he's on Call of Duty World War II, and he asked me, do I have it? And no, I don't. I've never been much of a Call of Duty fan or player at all. It's a cool game. I like to play zombies sometimes when I did have it. I think the last one I played was Black Ops 2. But while we have this chat today, you can see some of my gameplay of Assassin's Creed Origins. I recently just got it. Yo, Ventus, what's poppin', fam? Thank you for coming through. I'm on early today. What? This never happens. It's daytime. I was just saying that it's all oversaturated with light because I'm never on this early. I'm always on at night. But yeah, thank you for coming through, dude. I hope everybody out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy late Thanksgiving to everybody. I was gonna stream that day, but I drank a little more than I thought I was gonna drink on Thanksgiving, and I was very sleepy by the time I got home. I did a lot of traveling. We'll just talk about Thanksgiving real quick. I did a lot of traveling. It's even daytime on your side. #rare. Very rare. I'm never on this early. But yeah, well, anyway, Thanksgiving, I went to like 3 different houses. I said I wasn't going to cook this year. I was like, nah, fam, I'm not cooking this year. We just gonna ride around and mooch off some friends, and that's exactly what happened, and it was great. I got like 3 different meals. I was so full. I drank, so I was full and a little lit at the same time, and it was fun. So this year was definitely like a more relaxed Thanksgiving than anything. I didn't cook anything. I just went around. But I feel like driving and getting from place to place, because I had to drive to Inland, then I had to drive to LA, and then back to my house. So it was a lot. I feel like it would have been less stress just staying home and cooking, but we wouldn't have saw all our friends and stuff like that. So it was a good time. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Let me know if y'all cooked or if y'all just kind of hung around and ate at other people's house. Let me know down in the chat. But anyway, I think on my last Q&A, I let y'all know that I'm going to start doing some different things here on my YouTube channel, not necessarily streaming gameplay. I might still stream gameplay, but at the moment, I like doing these little chats talking about different things. And you know, talking to you guys down in the chat. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through some notes, some stuff that I see is going on this week in the gaming community and stuff like that, and we're just gonna talk about different things. One thing that I did see, and I think this happened like Thursday, and I was like, man, what the hell is happening? So the first question on this Q&A is, does the gaming community support racist or racism? And that seems like with recent things going on, it seems like a kind of self-explanatory question. We have a lot of things going on with Twitch and YouTube where certain streamers, whether they're partners or whatever they are, they're higher in the ranks in the streaming community, either on YouTube or on Twitch, and it seems like they have the ability to say and do whatever they want at the expense of other people's feelings, at the expense of other people's dignity, just being able to speak and talk about or to people however they feel like it. And they don't get reprimanded for it. They don't get any action taken towards them. If anything, they get praised and supported for it. So recently, you guys probably saw this on Twitter. That's where I saw it. Origin PC is sponsoring and partnering with your boy y'all's favorite streamer, PewDiePie, in a giveaway, and they're giving away a laptop. And basically, the criteria for the giveaway is to follow Origins PC, follow PewDiePie, follow their YouTube channels. Basically, just giving them a lot of traffic to their social media and websites and content. To me, and I'll just bring up a little thing, this little picture. Here you go. Looking like a straight school shooter, but anyway, not gonna go there. They're giving away PC Evo 15s worldwide giveaway, and they're giving away a laptop or whatever. So I'm not gonna keep this up forever, but just to show you guys the ad that's going on. So in my mind, this is similar to nah, I definitely didn't cook. It's been lazy all week, no regrets. Hashtag chilling on Thanksgiving, yo. Just enjoying the food. I feel you. But anyway, to me, the Origins PC and them supporting PewDiePie, in my mind, is similar to like an endorsement for an athlete or somebody famous. If somebody famous or an athlete or a sports star, whatever, whoever, celebrity or whatnot, gets into some sort of trouble or does something bad or is getting hit by social media and just really did something that's wrong, most of the time endorsers or endorsement people back out. Companies back out, like say it's a tennis shoe, or if they're doing something with a company and they're advertising for this person, that's an endorsement. If you do something wrong, 9 times out of 10 they get these endorsements removed. We see it all the time with people in sports. They do something wrong or they don't say the right thing during a conference or whatever the case. They get their endorsements snatched and they're not making money or getting any advertisement or support from that. So it's really crazy that your boy PewDiePie can do and say whatever he wants to do and he's still getting support. And really, is that the fault of these companies, or is it the fault of the community in itself and people being willing to still support this guy and follow after a lot of the racist and just unnecessary shit that he says? So I don't know. To me, I mean, I feel like from Origin PC side, they see, oh, this is a chance for us to get a bigger following. This is a chance for us to expand to a crowd that maybe we haven't expanded to. And they're not even looking at what this guy did because it doesn't matter. He still has the numbers. At the end of the day, numbers is money and money is what talks. So where do we draw the line as people in the community? Do we continue to support Origin PC and your boy? Does it matter if we do or not? You know what I mean? So I guess the biggest question is, how can we bring about a change in the gaming community to not only stop supporting people like this, but also letting companies and sponsors know that we don't support them if they're going to support people that don't care about their fans or people that watch them, or just people in the community in general. Like, you don't have to be a follower of him to feel disrespected by the stuff that he says, or by any streamer or public figure in the gaming community. So I don't know, you guys. That was just something that kind of popped up, like, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, and I was like, man, this shit is wild. Why? Oh my gosh. Side note, this is me playing the Assassin's Creed Origins. I haven't streamed it just yet. I've just been recording on the side, and I'm playing on hard, and it's hard on hard. Like, it's like, look at me struggle. Look at me struggle, and I run away and go hide to the same spot. Okay, so I just wanted to touch on that. There's nothing really much more to say about it. I think for the most part, in that tweet from Origin PC, I saw a lot of people in the comments or in retweeting or commenting saying that they are canceled, and they're no longer going to deal with them or buy anything from them or whatever. So I feel like a lot of people in the gaming community are supporting unity has been the word that's been thrown around, and supporting that and just supporting a safe space for everybody to enjoy games and gaming tech, PCs and consoles and stuff like that. Just creating a safe space for everybody to interact. And if that's not felt by everybody, then it's not a good thing. So anyway, moving on. Yeah, I have an Origin account because they were giving out free games at one point. That's dope. I didn't know that. I guess giveaways are the best way to get people to follow you and either buy your merchandise or whatever it is you're trying to sell, whether that is content or tangible merchandise. And PewDiePie and Origins partnered up, and they're making moves. Is it wrong that they're making moves? No, of course it's not wrong for anybody to try to elevate and make money, but at the same time, are they sacrificing the needs of a lot of people that are in this community? So crazy how they just don't even care about all that shit he's done the past 2 years or so. I know, and it hasn't stopped. He is making a mistake like all the time now. It's at this point, it's not even mistakes. It's him just not giving a fuck about about what he has to say, or how it affects people that watch him or even people that don't watch him. He's a public figure. I don't watch him, but I know what his channel is about, and I've seen where he's fucked up at and said some foul shit. So if this company is just gonna overlook that for the sake of them getting more exposure and more people hitting their social media and their website, I mean, what can you do? The only thing we can do is use our buying power. And I think with everything that's going on, especially with microtransactions and the way a lot of games are being developed, people are using their buying power. And we saw that with Star Wars. People were like, hell no, we're not going to do this. Not to say that this changed anything as far as their model, but buying power is what speaks. So I think if we just don't want to support someone like PewDiePie and Origins PC is, then we just have to use our buying power and not be bothered with it. But anyway, speaking of microtransactions, that's the next question. Where do microtransactions fit in the development model for games? And I guess first we'll just talk about like, why is this all of a sudden being a thing? Especially for console games and people who play on console. Microtransactions have been around for a long time, especially on mobile apps. And I think microtransactions bring in like 79% of the revenue in mobile apps. And it's all due to a lot of these free-to-play apps that have microtransactions within it. You can purchase things while you're in it, but you're free to play the game. And I think the reason why it's been so successful on mobile is, one, is because the microtransactions are pretty cheap, and two, it's optional. You get to play the game for free up front, and then you decide whether you want to spend this extra money. Do you even like the game? And I think where microtransactions fit in console games, or even PC, just in more modern games in general, I think they have no business being in a paid upfront game. A lot of examples have been coming up recently, and that's why people are upset. You're paying $60 plus for the base game, only to get hit with more money after you got the game in order to get the things you want. It's no longer about the grind. It's about paywalls and being able to pay for the stuff that you want to get ahead of other players. So a lot of that is unfair, and I just feel like I think game development companies need to decide whether they want their money up front with a base pay for the game, $60, $70, whatever it may be. I mean, if development is starting to cost this much, where they're needing to find ways to make more money, then up the price of the game. If you actually spent money making the game, then me taking L's on Assassin's Creed right now. If you are actually spending this much money to develop the game, and you need to make this money, up the price of the game. I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. There's already $100 base game prices for games. It has like special edition or whatever the hell, and they're like 70, 80, 90, maybe even $100. So people are willing to pay this for a game. And if they actually put that much into development where they need to make this extra money, then up the price of the game. If they want to do these microtransactions, they need to do either or. It's either they want their money up front or they want it over time, and that's where microtransactions come into play. Another place or where they should go as far as the microtransaction model: one, it should be a free-to-play game. Two, there needs to be a upfront exchange rate. As far as a lot of these different games, they have like some sort of play money that you can purchase with real money in order to purchase different things in the game. I think, what is it, Overwatch has like gold or something like that, and Warframe has its own little special monies. Like, they all have this little fake money that you can switch out with your real money. There needs to be an upfront exchange rate. Like, really, how much excuse me, I need to bring water when I do these things because I'm talking so much. How much am I really getting in exchange for my real ass money, for this play money? Like, I feel like a lot of it isn't really self-explanatory, and they try to hide it behind loot boxes and other forms of digital merchandise that you're getting without really giving an upfront, hey, your dollar is worth this in this game. I think it needs to be more self-explanatory. It needs to be upfront, especially given the fact that a lot of children are playing these games, and their parents, who probably don't play the game, need to know exactly what the dollar is doing for their kids in these games. What are we actually purchasing? I guess another thing that would be good in a microtransaction game development model is, and this could be a good or a bad thing, I don't know, but I think there should be separation of pay to play users and free users, or users that are grinding and actually working to get where they're going. Because if you match up a bunch of pay to play people that have paid for all these weapons or pay for these upgrades or whatever the case may be against people that aren't, that's obviously unfair. And so that's when you get to the point, okay, is this game just looking for people that's going to pay money, or is this game looking out for the people that actually want to play the game and grind and actually play the content, use the content and enjoy it? So if they're on the side of just wanting people to pay money and they're just matching them up against whoever, people that aren't paying money, that leads to an unfair model, and that will make people not want to play the game. I mean, if not everyone's going to want to pay money at the end of the day, extra money, especially if they already paid money for the game. So, yeah, that is something that they should probably look into. And I guess the last point on this is the random chance drops. I don't think that anyone should be paying for a random chance drop, at least not on digital merchandise. I feel like you're not tangibly touching anything, you're not grabbing anything. It's digital merchandise. You can't do anything outside of the game with this thing, and it's random. You don't know what you're paying for. that's just unfair. So I think they need to take out random chance drops. I like the idea of free loot boxes and random drops that are free, because it does add a bit of excitement. It does make you want to grind and continue to play when you know that you're going to open something. You just might get something that you really need or you want. That's great, but if I'm paying for something, I want to know exactly what's in that box. And I think they need to be more specified for people that are paying, or else that leads into a whole other thing where they're trying to decide whether this is gambling or not, because you're paying for something random, like sitting at a slot machine and hoping that the things line up so you get something, but you might not. So yeah, that goes into a whole different route of things. But yeah, so I feel like with microtransactions, there is a definite way to do it that doesn't interrupt actual gameplay. And they need to find that, and they need to focus on making it where it's an optional thing, especially if you're already paying for the game. And if it's free to play, do it how you want to do it, because you're giving the person the game up front and giving them the option to buy into it or not. Yeah, that's why I never bought any of the loot boxes in Killing Floor 2. Were the loot boxes in, like, were there no free loot boxes? Did you just have to grind and hope that you get stuff from drops? I never played Killing Floor, and I never really watched anybody, so I'm not sure how that goes. But yeah, like, paying for something random and oftentimes getting something that you don't really need is not a good business model. I feel like eventually people are going to catch up and say, hey, I am paying for something that's not real. Not that it's not real, but it's not tangible. I can't take this away with me. And two, I might end up with something that I can't even use or don't even use. So yeah, random chance drops are just not the way to go if they're going to continue to push microtransactions. And before we close the Q&A, I just wanted to give a shout out. This relates to microtransactions to CD Projekt Red, the makers of the Witcher series. They posted a tweet, and I'll have to look for it to exactly what it said, because I just thought it was really cool of them to come out and basically shun microtransactions. And let me see if I could find it. I want to read exactly what they said because it just sounded really cool. It's forever. It was a while ago. October 11th? Nah, it wasn't that far back. Whoa, where am I? I scrolled all the way down on this shit. It wasn't that far back. Anyway, it's pretty much about their the game that they're developing now. It is called Cyberpunk 2077, and it's in development now. Like, they're on their site, you can see that they're hiring a bunch of game developers, artists, managers, all types of stuff, because they're gearing up to build this game and make it a reality. So they pretty much just said, hey, we're not going to dive into this greed with all these. Oh shit, sorry, this is just like sitting there. I have more. We're not going to dive into all this microtransaction crap. We're not going to we're going to continue to just, you get what you pay for and you can see what you pay for. We're going to continue to give a great base game that you pay for. Down the line, we're going to continue to give great DLC with storylines and great content, and you're going to see what you're paying for. So we're not going to give into that greed. And I just thought that was a great tweet from them. Basically, one, confirming that they're still working on Cyberpunk 2077, and confirming that we can look forward to a safe space as far as a game that doesn't include unnecessary microtransactions and people trying to just screw you for your money. So I thought that was dope, and I still cannot find the tweet. I really want to find it, and I'll probably have better luck finding it on my Twitter. I just thought that was dope. Killing Floor is wild in that you get the loot boxes for free just by playing the game, but can't open them without a key. Yo, isn't that there was another game that was like that. It's either Team Fortress or something. There's another game where like you get the loot box. Oh my gosh, I have so many loot boxes. What? I have to buy a key to open them. That's some crap. And that's like giving someone the idea that something is free. Like prime example of this is in Elder Scrolls Online. They give you this little apartment thing. You can have them all over the place, kind of like in the actual Skyrim game. You have the ability to have a house, and you can put furniture and all the weapons and stuff that you gather over time. You could put them in the house, but you got to pay for the house up front in the game with in-game money that you don't have to pay for, that you find in the world. But with Elder Scrolls Online, they give you this free apartment. The lady's like, yeah, we're just gonna give it to you for free because something. But everything, furniture, decorations, everything in the place that you want to buy is purchased with money, in-game money that you have to pay real money for. So it's like they're giving you something for free, but then not really, and snatching it back. But that's crazy. Granted, it's only cosmetic stuff, but still weird. Only loot boxes I've seen where nothing can be open for free. No, there's definitely one other thing that's like that, and I want to say it's Team Fortress, but don't quote me. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I mean, like another example of that was Elder Scrolls Online and their free little apartment thing, trying to reel you in. I was like, oh man, I'm about to start gearing up my apartment. I'm gonna get a little alchemy station and all type of stuff. Bloop bloop, it costs real money to get that. I'm like, dang. Like, I think as long as they make it where you can grind to get the things that you want or need, great. If someone wants to pay extra for the cosmetic stuff, like a mount in Elder Scrolls, if you want a cool ass dragon that's purple and blue and all types of other colors or whatever the hell, you're gonna pay a little extra for that. But getting an actual mount to move around should be an attainable task without spending any money. I'm gonna look for that CD Projekt Red tweet. I know I retweeted it. There's a million tweets everywhere all the time. What the fuck, man? I know it's on here somewhere. Here we go. Well, I found the article. So basically they said, worry not. Whoa. CD Projekt Red said, worry not. When thinking Cyberpunk 2077, think nothing less than The Witcher 3. Huge single-player, open-world, story-driven RPG. No hidden catch. You get what you pay for. No bullshit, just honest gaming like with Wild Hunt. We leave greed to others. And I love that tweet. I think that was great, because I think at one point all of the Witcher DLC was free, like on the first 2 games, I think. Obviously they, if they're giving extra content, I believe they should be paid for it. So in The Witcher 3 they started I think charging, I think they're like $10 each, but you're getting genuine content. You're getting actual more stuff to do, more story time, more storytelling, and not just filler content. So it's cool. Shout out to CD Projekt Red. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to do a quick Q&A. I'm calling this Queen and A, because it's more than just questions from myself. From you guys, it's questions from myself. So last few minutes of this before I sign off, I want to shout out to, because I'm getting ready to hop on another podcast. I think we're starting at 3:30 California time. Yes, that's it. I'm gonna be joining the ladies of Grown Woman Gaming again as a guest on their podcast, Grown Woman Gaming. It's starting up at 3:30 Pacific, so be sure to come and check us out there. If you have any more questions for me, drop them down in the chat, or you can ask them on my Twitter. And if you're not following my Twitter is @themadqueen88. Be sure to sub here. I have my whole thing all fucked up. I need to make sure I have like a good outro thing, because I don't. But be sure to sub here on my YouTube channel, and also follow me on Twitch so you get notifications on when I stream. I still don't know if I'm gonna be streaming gameplay here. For now, it's just gonna be Twitch. I'm just gonna catch the waves when they come, you guys. Just, see how it goes, see where I'm getting the most views at, and just go from there. And I need to go ahead and stream Assassin's Creed, which I haven't yet. So anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you all for dropping by this Q&A, and I'm gonna catch y'all later. All right, peace.